A beloved restaurant in Corydon, Indiana, caught on fire this morning. Now it will permanently close. Thanks for joining us here on WHAS11 News at 6:30. I'm Alexandra Goldberg. The Harrison Township Fire Department says crews responded to a fire at El Napolito, that's on Old Highway 135, around 7:21 a.m. The department says the fire was inside the kitchen and roof area. Restaurant workers told us the fire started when the cook came in to start prepping for the day. They shared with us the devastating morning.
I didn't see fire, but it was so much smoke in the area, which was literally inside. Everything was burning down inside, so I started crying.
We're told they had no choice but to permanently close. With so much fire, smoke, and water damage, workers say they feel very thankful for the quick response and that no one was hurt. They say they want to rebuild the restaurant and reopen, but they're waiting to hear back from insurance. Right now, they're uncertain when that reopening date will be. Next here at 6:30, a man is dead after a shooting in the Jacobs neighborhood near Shively. It happened just after 10:30 Friday night on East Wheatmore Drive. That's near Jacob Elementary School. LMPD officials say they found a man with multiple gunshot wounds. He died at the scene and there are no suspects right now. LMPD is asking anyone with information to contact the anonymous tip line at 574 LMPD. A Marion County firefighter is being remembered after he and another firefighter were injured in a rollover crash. 58-year-old Leonard Rinkler and 51-year-old Brian Hatt were on their way to help the nearby Loretto Fire Department when the truck went off the road and hit an embankment. The crash trapped Rinkler, but he was able to get out. Eventually, firefighter Brian Hatt was killed. Louisville firefighters lined the halls for Hatt as he was taken to donate his organs on Tuesday. Yesterday, multiple fire departments paid their respects.
Brian was someone who was always there, no matter the time of the day, no matter the time of the night. If you called Brian, he was going to be there.
Winkler made a strong recovery and was at the visitation. He was made an honorary pallbearer. The funeral service was earlier today. The Raywick Fire Department plans to add a plaque as a memorial for Hatt in their station, placing him alongside two other firefighters who have passed away. The fire family thanked the community for its support. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear has ordered all state flags to be lowered to half-staff from sunrise to sunset today. This is in honor of firefighter Brian Hatt. Governor Beshear encourages all individuals and businesses to join in his tribute. As students head back to school, parents may be wondering whether their child should get the COVID vaccine. Well, federal officials in the U.S. say vaccines remain available to everyone. New guidelines released this week could limit access to the shot this year. Jen Sullivan breaks down the controversial decision.
This year's COVID-19 vaccines have been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for adults 65 and older and younger people with certain medical conditions. Until now, COVID vaccines were available to anyone 6 months and older.
The FDA's decision does not affect the availability of COVID vaccines for Americans who want them.
But the decision is sparking outrage from many health professionals.
We have entered a dangerous time for U.S. health and security.
The president of the American Academy of Pediatrics saying in part, as we enter respiratory virus season, any barrier to COVID-19 vaccination creates a dangerous vulnerability for children and their families. Many are wondering if the decision was political. U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has long said he wants to end COVID mandates.
There is an attempt to retrofit data to actually support policy decisions that were not come to through any scientific process.
Dr. Dimitri Daskalakis and 3 other senior officials resigned from the CDC this week, following several tumultuous months for the health agency, including staff reductions, budget cuts, a recent shooting at CDC headquarters, and the latest, the new director, Dr. Susan Menares, fired by the White House after less than a month on the job.
We're not prepared for that next outbreak. We were, but we're not right now.
This map shows the most recent CDC data of the wastewater viral activity levels of the virus that causes COVID-19. The darker blues indicate higher viral activity levels. All of this coming as students return to school and the start of flu season around the corner. For WHAS 11, I'm Jen Sullivan on your side.
And just this week, the agency's director, Susan Monterez, left her position after clashing with Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This was over vaccine policy and her refusal to fire several veteran CDC leaders. In new today, workers at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta will return to the office in a couple weeks. The agency has directed workers to return on September 15th. That's a little over 1 month since a gunman attacked the agency's campus. Police say Patrick White killed a police officer and fired off nearly 500 rounds during the shooting. He then shot and killed himself. No one else was hurt. Next here at 6:30, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg and Parks and Recreation officials are asking the public for their opinion on the future of the Jefferson Memorial Forest. They say this is the first step to a new master plan for the forest. Your input will guide how it's preserved, improved, enjoyed for years to come. You can find the survey in the links mentioned tab on the WHAS11.com website. You can also find representatives today at World Fest to give feedback in person.